Well, well, well. How y'all doing? Woo! All right, that's a good answer. Somebody's birthday? Who's the birthday boy? Which one? You, come on up here, get a spanking, sir. Come be a sport. He is getting a spanking. It's never gone this far before. Holy shit. Happy birthday, sir. Happy birthday. Round of applause for the birthday boy. I gotta be real, I've done that joke at least 100 times. And I've never spanked a single ass. Thank God I'm recording tonight. Holy shit. Oh, that's the magic. That's the magic of the moment. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to follow that shit. I feel like I should just quit now while I'm ahead. You know what I mean? Holy shit. Oh, dude, it's awesome to be here. It is awesome to be here in the amazing city of Niles. That is not a joke. This is the Double Chuckle Comedy Tour. I am the man who books the shows for the Double Chuckle Comedy Tour. We are very excited to come to Niles. This is a big city experience for us. I like to book. She's laughing. It's not okay. It's kind of funny. I'm just saying. I book a lot of shows like out in the boondocks, and I try to go to a lot of small towns. Like last week, John and I, we were so far back into the woods, the entire audience had the same last name. We do a lot of small towns. Is what I'm saying. So, yeah, now it's a big city experience for us, dude. Maybe next week I'll be in New York. Who knows? Well, that's going pretty sweet. For real, dude. We were so far back in the woods, dude. I was like, man, I need a ride back to my hotel. I don't know where the hell I'm at. And they were like, yeah, we got you, buddy. We called you a goober. I was like, a what? Like, yeah, that's right, we got you a goober. And I'm like, I heard you. What the hell is a goober, dude? And I swear to God, it was just this guy named Gary on a John Deere tractor. He got me back safe, though. He put me in a little basket with some hay in the back. That's cool, though, dude. Last week we were in a town so small, they didn't even have a Dollar General. That's crazy, isn't it? I thought it was like required. All they had was a nickel lieutenant. Boo! Oh, you didn't laugh at shit. That's a dumb joke, isn't it? That's a dumb joke. Usually that gets a groan. Y'all didn't even groan. You're like, we won't even groan for you for that one. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, with that fucking sweet beard of yours. Holy shit. He's got a beard. He's a wizard, I think. Good beard, dude. Right on, dude. Thank you for the groan. I appreciate you drawing attention to yourself in the front row. Brave man, dude. What are you drinking there?
Yingling.
Yingling? She's drinking water. She's going to be driving the motorcycle home, isn't she?
Vodka.
I hope it's vodka. This would be a different show if it was, I bet. Awesome, dude. Awesome. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man, we're on the road a lot. Coming into Niles, I noticed that y'all have a lot of churches in Niles. You have quite a few churches. I actually saw more churches than I did fast food restaurants. Not pizza, maybe, but fast food. And that's okay, because no one has ever gotten diabetes from taking communion. You know what I mean? Right? I do get nervous when I see so many cathedrals, so I gotta be real. Because them priests, man, they got their own idea of what makes up a happy meal. Too many Catholics in the audience. Gotta know your crowd, Patrick. I'm gonna get mob whacked after this, I think. Right. I'm just saying, you turn your back on one of them priests and they will turn little Timmy into the snacks. I double down. Thank you, Casey. I appreciate your support. I should not be able to recognize the individual laughs in the audience of the joke. That is not a sign that the joke is doing so great. I do spend a lot of time on the road, man. I do scope out the fast food for real, though, because I live on the road. I live out of cars and hotels, and that's the game, man. People ask what it's like, and I'll tell you what, I eat a lot of fast food. I do not eat healthy. My doctor has been on my case lately. He's like, you need to do more grocery shopping. You need to eat more fresh vegetables. You know, we all hear that shit. Tell you what though, the cost of groceries, it's crazy out of hand. Yeah, what she said. She got so upset she farted. If I'm being honest with y'all, thank God for the self-checkout. Or as I like to call it, the help yourself checkout. They would not charge $2.99 for an avocado. They didn't expect I would walk away with one once in a while. Come on. I just be at the checkout like, that's one for you and two for me. They cared so much they would bag my groceries. I feel like Walmart fired all their grocery baggers and then had to hire them a week later to do theft prevention. I fantasize about stealing produce, man. It's so expensive and I get so mad about it. I'd be in the grocery store just coming unglued. I'm like, avocados, avocados fit right into my pockets. I'm like, asparagus, oh, you asparagus go right in my sleeves. Is that a watermelon? And then I pay for the watermelon. Give yourself a back injury trying to shoplift the watermelon. I don't shoplift though, dude. And it's not because I'm such a good Catholic boy, you know. I don't shoplift because I am scared to death. I'm scared. Scared to death to break the law because I'm terrified I'm going to go to jail. I don't know if y'all watch as much TV as I do. Jail is full of like macho man types and violent people stabbing each other over frivolous shit. And no one has ever even looked at me and then thought to themselves, I sure hope that guy doesn't kick my ass. That's the exact vibe you want to have if you go to jail, you know? I feel like if I was in jail and there was a group of guys looking at me and they were talking about my ass, it's not going to be for kicking. I'll be in my cell at night like praying to God like, please only stick a knife into my backside. That's no good. Also, if you go to jail, you should go to jail for something that the other guys are going to respect. Because the first day you get in there, they're going to be like, what are you in here for, bro? And I'm not saying I condone it, but they are crazy about murder. I'm saying they're big fans of it in there. If you do murder, then they'll give you a sweet orange outfit and you will sit with the cool kids at lunch on the first day. Alright? Because they're guaranteed to be like, what are you in here for, bro? Be like, me? I was lifting lettuce from the Whole Foods. And that'll be it. And that'll be it. Because when they find out you're in there for stealing produce, you're going to wind up with a mouthful of eggplant. It's going to be it, dude. Somebody take a bite out of your peach, you know? Wind up tossing some salad. Suddenly, $2.99 for an avocado, not such a bad deal, is it? And that is the level of overthinking that I apply to my entire life. So. I started working out during the pandemic. I started like trying to take better care of myself. I was like, I'm gonna eat better, I'm gonna exercise. Did you snicker at that, sir? Are you already laughing? Holy shit, dude. I'm like, I started working out and go, shit. I appreciate your support, sir. Thank you. You better take a drink. I swear to God, you better. I hope you choke on that fucking. I hope you do. I'm gonna just sit here and I'm gonna snicker. Now I'm thirsty. Shit. Get your 5 fucking chuckles, man. Get your chuckles. I'm glad that my wanting to be better amuses you. I'm sure glad you paid for my therapy after this. You know that? He's busting a gut right now. I'm just gonna stop the whole show, special for you. All right, these guys aren't in on the jokes. I did start working out, sir. Golly. And you know what, frankly, I started feeling pretty good about myself. I started getting jacked. Started getting swole, you know? Thank you, ma'am. And it started going in my head a little bit. I was like, you know what? I bet people don't talk shit to me now, you know? If I could, it's not true. They're not. I'm not intimidated. I am a 43-year-old man with braces. I'm not intimidated. Dude, if I could be intimidating to tiny kids, it'd be a huge step up from where I'm at right now. Dude, I was out jogging, and I'm minding my business, and this kid, like, he's like, watch where you're going, man. And I'm like, who are you talking to, buddy? And then this little kid looks at me and he goes, I was talking to you with the long neck, you pussy. I was like, what? No one has ever made fun of me for the length of my neck before. I'm like, that ain't what your mama said, bitch. His dad was like, what did you say to my son? I said, nothing. And I talked to him. That's not what I said. I didn't say that. That's what I said in my head. What I really said was, I used my long neck to kiss your mama around the corner. I was hurt by it though. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, dude, why would you say that? You know, I've never thought, no one ever made fun of me for the length of my neck. And I'm like, you know, kids say the darndest things, right? So now I'm like self-conscious about it. I'm like, I'd be shaving before I come to the funny farm, and I'm like, I got on Google. I was like, all right, Google, how do you take some inches off? Which is something you should never type into Google. You are not going to like the answer, dude. It was a resounding, come on, bro, you know you want to add a few more inches on. God damn it, Google, it's no time for dick jokes. I'm having an existential crisis. Also, you know, sometimes life is just about recognizing who you are and leaning into it. Like, I'm not trying to brag, but if I was in India, I'll do the shit, all right? They'd be like, look at his long neck, it's fucking dope. Or whatever. I'm not gonna do the accent. I'm not getting canceled in Youngstown. I know some of y'all must have played video games. Everybody knows Street Fighter. Yoga, yoga. You know what I'm saying? That dude made a whole living off his long ass neck. So, you know. I'm just saying, I'm a little bit like Dalton from Street Fighter, which I realize is way too specific of a nerd joke for most of y'all to understand. So, we're gonna keep it going. Does anybody know who Dalton from Street Fighter is? God damn it, dude. Well, if y'all did, you'd be like, that's a hilarious joke. And I'm gonna move on now. Alright. Anyway, he's a long neck dude, and I'm a long neck dude, and we're the shit. That's the point. You know what I mean? You got a positive mental attitude, bro. Positive outlook. Get some of those sweet rings, you know what I'm saying? Ring it up, Bubby. Do men wear the rings? I don't know. I can break the transgender barriers. Or the gender barriers, not the transgender barriers. Okay. That's an old Freudian slip. Okay. We're all done improving now. Okay. Patrick's a little gay. I started going to therapy though. I did. I was like, I'm working on my physical health. Now I gotta work on my mental health. And I tried therapy, and I recommend it. Although I did not have like the most positive first experience with therapy. This is a real story. I sat with this woman in this tiny office for 45 minutes, and I'm like spilling my guts to this lady. And halfway through the therapy session, I could smell that the therapist lady had passed gas. I'm like, does my family also upset you, lady? Like, holy shit. I know that she was sitting there. It was after lunch, and she was like, oh, I'm getting a little cramp. It's not gonna be a big deal. I'm gonna let this out slow and be quiet. And it was quiet, but then it stunk really bad. And then she was like, well, fuck, I gotta find a new job. I went over and told my best friend about it. It was in 2023, it was at the end of the pandemic, and this lady insisted I wear a mask. I thought it was because of COVID. Right? It was because of the farts, man. Anyway, I told my best friend about it. He's like a better person than I am. He's like, Patrick, did you ask her if she was okay? Maybe she wasn't feeling well. Maybe she needed to be excused. Oh, she definitely needed to be excused. But no, dude, I did not ask the therapist if she was doing okay. First of all, honestly, if I could confront a stranger about a problem, I wouldn't have to go to therapy, all right? So no, I sat there having a fucking panic attack. I clinging to the mask, wondering to myself, does COVID travel out of butts? Because if it does, I'm gonna die, you know? If I wanna catch it, I'm gonna catch fart COVID. See, now y'all understand why I need therapy. You see, this guy's crazy, right? After that, we did it over Zoom. How's that? How about next week we do this over Zoom? I already have terrible anxiety. If I have to bong this lady's flash ones for another 45 minutes, I might fucking kill myself. That's not the point of therapy. I was getting worse than better, you know? Also, she didn't give me any drugs. What the fuck? I'm a nutcase. Xanax, Valium, those are the big ones. Come on, lady. She gave me this stuff called Lexapro? Lexapro? I don't know if y'all have heard of Lexapro. It's not worth a shit. I was on my way to Funny Farm tonight, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna try and have a good time tonight. Just go ahead and take 2 of them. And all they do is give me dry mouth. I drank like 10 ounces of water since I've been on stage. I've been on stage for 10 minutes. Used to drive my ex-girlfriend nuts because I would wake up in the middle of the night with dry mouth, and then I would drink some water, and I would drink too much water, and then I'd have to go pee. But I didn't want to turn on the light, so I would kind of make a mess. And I'll be honest with y'all, ever since I turned 40, the pee dribs have been a real situation, okay? I'm not trying to be gross or whatever, but what's with the dribbles, bro? Look, my girlfriend had this thing called a diva cup. I don't know if y'all are familiar, it's like a teeny little cup, and she put it in her little lady business, or her big lady business, you know what I'm saying? That's not the point. She put it in her lady business, whatever size it was, and it would catch her blood, okay? And then she'd put it in the tomatoes. No, that's gross, I'm kidding. That's too far. All right. Now I know, we're learning boundaries with each other together. Anyway, so she had this little cup that would put in her whatever size vagina, and it would collect her blood. And I was like, man, that'd be awesome if I had one of those for my pee dribbles. You know what I mean? Like something masculine, like a bro bucket, you know? like a hockey helmet. Or like a shot glass that I could just strap to the tip of my dick. So I didn't have to have 3 pairs of boxers every day. Every man in here dribbles pee. Y'all should be laughing your asses off right now. Anyway. I'm not the weird one, alright? Front like y'all don't dribble pee. I can see you're dribbling pee right now. You better shake it off. My man, dude, my man. You're gonna be dribbling pee. You keep drinking that glass beer. Glass beer, that green beer. That glass beer. Where were we at? Oh yeah! So I wake up with dry mouth, damn it, is the point. And I get up all night, having to drink water. And this is what she says to me. She goes, Patrick, the reason your mouth gets dry is because you breathe out of your throat while you're sleeping. You need to breathe out of your nose. And that way it doesn't dry out your throat. That's fucking brilliant. Who chooses how to breathe when they're sleeping? You think I snore out of my throat to be a nuisance to you? And then she said something I will never forget. She goes, well, what you need to do is tape your mouth shut before you go to sleep. And that way it forces you to breathe out of your nose. I said, what you need to do is tape your mouth shut right now. And that way it forces you to shut the fuck up. And now she's my ex-girlfriend. Has anybody make a noise if you've ever heard of mouth tape? Okay, so just so you guys don't know, I think I'm making shit up completely. I'm not insane. It's a real thing. Like, it's a quack science thing. It's a dumb thing, but it's a real thing. Like, if you Google it after the show, you'll see that there's stuff called mouth tape. You're supposed to put it on your mouth before you go to sleep. It forces you to breathe out your nose. It's supposed to be healthier to breathe out your nose. I looked it up, and it's called hostage tape. Yep. That's a fun name, isn't it? Hostage tape brand mouth tape for people who buy any gimmick. And I was gonna get some, but guess what? It's really expensive. And I was like, well, I got some Scotch tape. That shit's sticky as hell, you know? Tape is tape, right? And I tried it. I tried taping my mouth shut before I went to sleep. Let me say this. I don't know if y'all have ever had a nightmare that you could not breathe out of your mouth. And you woke up panicked, but you still couldn't breathe out of your mouth. I used to have a mustache and a goatee. I ripped it off. I used to look just like you, sir.
Is that a real thing?
It's a real thing, sir.
Mouth tape.
Yes, sir.
What about the other uses?
What the fuck does that even mean, sir? The other uses for tape? He goes, what about the other uses?
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Is it a sex joke? Are you making a sex joke, sir? Do you want me to shut the fuck up? It's my show. I still gotta do my time to get paid, you know what I mean? It'll be a long time. Between you and Chuckles McGillicuddy over here. I like you, so you're cool. You look like Jason Alexander, sir. That's just for you and me. Do you know who that is?
Yes, I do.
Fuck yeah, you do, because you look just like him. You probably hear that shit all the time. He put on his best George outfit before he came here. I'm gonna sit in the front row, and hopefully they recognize how much I look like George from Seinfeld. And if they don't, then fuck them, you know? Right on, dude, you're awesome. He won't shake my hand anymore, he's big. This guy will tape your mouth shut if you don't watch yourself. And this guy will definitely laugh. So. Dude, I come from a whole line full of crazy people, dude. My dad called me up the other day, and he's like, Patrick, I need you to come see me. I just got out of the hospital. And I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't even know you were sick. I felt like shit. I rushed up to my dad's house to see him, feeling guilty. I'm Catholic, you know, feeling terrible. I get there, and my dad is sitting in the living room, in his boxer shorts, watching TV, seemingly fine, with a 1-gallon freezer bag full of ice pressed against his crotch. And I go, Dad, what's the matter? Oh, well, Patrick, I had to get circumcised. I go, what did you say? And he goes, that's right, Patrick. Now I got the top down. As if to imply. I'm like, I go, what are you talking about? He's like, well, Patrick, I used to have a hoodie. Now I got a turtleneck. He's 75 years old. My dad got circumcised. And he couldn't be more excited about it. Couldn't be more excited. He's like, I would pull it out. I'd love to show you. But it's in a cast. He's like, and my balls look like 2 bruised avocados. I'm like, I know exactly what it looks like to have vegetables down your pants. Anyway, dude, I'm like, why did you decide for the life change, Dad? I mean, I respect it, you know, do your thing, homie. Why did you do that? And he's like, well, Patrick, I hurt my dick in a race car accident. I thought he was going to say something fucking stupid, you know what I mean? Who among us hasn't hurt their dick in a race car accident? This is the twist, though. So my dad hasn't raced a car for 10 years. My dad hurt his dick in a race car accident 10 years ago, and then just fucking went through life. Just one day at a time, thinking his dick would heal, and alas, it never did. And then one day, for an unrelated reason, he was in the hospital or in the doctor's office because of his prostate, and the doctor was like, "You need to get that circumcised." And my dad was like, "Well, sometimes you gotta cut your dick off." Because that's when you get 65 and older, they just put it into a paper cutter and just. I'm kidding. Come on, dude. They use one of those little cigar things. You know what I mean? No, that's too much for y'all. Anyway, though, I was like, all right, Dad, well, okay, riddle me this. I go, how about, when you were in the race car accident, did you injure anything else besides your penis? And he was like, oh yeah, I rolled that thing like 3.5 times, tore my shoulder out of socket, banged my head all up. I was like, well, did you go to the emergency room? Yeah. I'm like, well, shit. I was like, when you were in there, like, hey, doctor, my shoulder's messed up, but also see my wiener? And that's when my mom interrupts, and she goes, Patrick, your father injured his shoulder, and he injured his penis. And we don't have good insurance, we didn't have a lot of money, we could only afford to fix one thing. And your father, he needs his shoulder to work. I'm like, what are you talking about? Dude, this is 2010, not like 1910. There's never been in the history of Medicaid where they make you pick between your shoulder and your dick, all right? Ridiculous, dude. Ridiculous. Stupid dude. He's an idiot. Dude, he has a temper problem. He has a temper problem. We have like 50 pictures of the family down the hallway. We just hang, he punches a hole in the wall and we just cut and paste a new picture. While we were down with it. And one day he was throwing a fit because he couldn't find a pair of vice grips. It's a reasonable thing to lose your temper over. Where's my goddamn vice grips? These are channel locks. I need my vice grips. And I'm like, hey, Dad. This is a perfect opportunity to troll my father. I'm like, hey, Dad, have you ever think about seeing a therapist for your anger issues, Dad? See a therapist? Why would I go bother some random stranger in some weird office with my personal business? I'm like, no shit, Dad, why would you bother a stranger when you can scream it at your children? And he's like, you get it, Patrick. You should have had kids. It's like, what you need to do, keep your head down, walk it off, stop acting like such a long-necked pussy all the time. Good one, Dad. Good one. I said, good one, Dad, and he goes, yeah, man. So we're father and son now. He's nuts, dude. He's cool, though. I live in Akron. Y'all probably know Akron. That's not that far away from here. I call it Crackrin. Come on down to Crackrin. We live up to our name. I live in I don't think it's a bad neighborhood, but sometimes bad shit happens. Because I live in the city, wild shit happens. Like, for real, I was walking home the other day. I wish this was like 100 years ago, but I just bought this house. I was walking home the other day from the corner store, and I looked up as I was at the foot of my driveway, and there was a real-life prostitute just hanging out at the foot of my driveway. Like a discarded Amazon package. Like a whore-dash, if you will. Honestly, I don't think whore-dash would be that bad of an idea. You know? It gets lonely, bro. You know? Dude, I'm saying, dude, I was in a hotel the other day and the fucking housekeeping forgot a vacuum cleaner in the hotel room. I went ahead and put some eyelashes and a wig on it, you know what I mean? Nothing sucks like a Hoover, come on. You weren't there, ma'am. You could have kept me company, that's what I mean. Anyway, there's a prostitute standing at the foot of my driveway, and I freaked out because I was like, shit, I don't want to talk to this lady. I'm so bad with confrontation. I was like, if this lady gets a hold of me, she's going to run me dry. She's going to rob me blind. Not run me dry, that's wrong. That's not what. Suck me dry, it would be a real problem. You know? I hate it when a woman does that, you know? Seriously though, like I was like, don't even talk to her, don't even talk to her. She stops me and she's like, hey, sweetheart, do you got a cigarette? And I was like, nope, I don't smoke. She's like, well, can I get a lighter? I was like, I don't have a lighter either, man. She's like, well, if you got $10, we can go have some fun. I was like, holy shit. Talk about escalating a sale. She went from lighter to blowjob in like 3 sentences. To be honest with you though, having a woman approach me on the street offering me sex for any reason, it's pretty flattering. It's pretty, you know what I mean? Just a woman comes up to you on the street and she's like, hey, excuse me sir, would you like a blowjob? I appreciate it if you wouldn't come around here offering me blowjobs and don't ever come back. It's definitely not what I said to this lady. I felt bad for her, to be honest with you. I was like, man, she's obviously not good at being a prostitute because she wouldn't be doing it at the foot of my driveway. So I was like, I gotta help this lady out. I gotta do right by it. I was like, ma'am, I will give you $20 right now if you'll just come on over and mow my lawn. Thank you, Casey. I thought it was a good deal. You know, $20 is $20. A job, is a job. She's out here trying to sell rim jobs. How about you give my head just a trim job? How's that? You know, nothing wrong with earning an honest day's buck. She got very mad. She was indignant about it, frankly. She's like, I'm not here to mow. I'm here to blow. I like, you can blow the grass clippings into a bag when you're done. She wasn't into it either, so. I have been dating though, I guess, segue into that. I have been dating. I mentioned my girlfriend, having an ex-girlfriend, and now I'm on the market again. I haven't been on the market for a while, and I'm asking all my friends for dating advice. I'm trying to get some strange, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to hook up, get gross, bump some uglies. And they're like, you need to get on the dating apps, bro. Everybody's hooking up on the dating apps. That's good advice, you know. Everybody's swinging on the dating apps. I got on Tinder. Y'all ladies probably know Tinder. You're probably on Tinder right now, aren't you? She is. Hell yeah. I seen you earlier, man. I saw you there. And you left me unread. How dare you? I get on Tinder, dude. Never been on this shit. And I'm swiping full. Just right on everyone. Like. So many good looking girls. I'm like, man, one of these women has got to be drunk enough to make a mistake right now. It's just a numbers game, you know? And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it stops swiping. And I'm like, what the fuck, is it broke? Nope, sorry, you're out of swipes. What the fuck? I'm like, bummed out. But then, a pop-up comes up. For $19.99, you can have unlimited swipes. For $20, I had every single woman in Akron refuse to suck my dick. What do you think? It started with laughs, but then it devolved into pity over here. She's like, oh, nobody sucked his dick. It's a cruel world, ma'am. It's a cruel world. I was like, the hell with the dating apps. I'm gonna do it in person. I'll meet women in person. I'll meet women the old-fashioned way. So I was in the IHOP in Denver, Colorado. I'm in an IHOP in Denver, Colorado. I'm having my scrambles. And this waitress is beautiful, and she's laughing at all my dumb jokes. And I'm like, she must be in love. She must be in love. I was like, I'm gonna shoot my shot, you know? I was like, excuse me, man. After you get off work, you wanna go to a comedy show with me? And she looks back at me and she goes, oh, sweetie, I got 5 kids. And that's not a no. That's not a no. I got 5 kids. I was like, well, shit, I will buy them 5 candy bars. You know? I'll get them 5 yo-yos. Because I only need 5 minutes. And then you'll have 6. And that's how to get kicked out of an IHOP. I had a girl come up to me, hitting on me after a show, and I was too busy worried about selling shirts, not paying attention. I was too worried about my merch, man, getting the bag. Some of y'all be laughing too hard at the wrong parts of my jokes. I'm like, I had a woman hit on me and she's like, some of y'all are dicks. I had this woman coming up to me, and I'm selling shirts after the show as I wanted to do. So I'm hustling my shirts. She comes up and she's like, oh, you got some shirts for sale? Which one of these shirts do you think will look good on mine? Shaking her tail feathers. And I'm like, well, ma'am, they're all the same. Just go ahead and pick a size. And she's like, that's not the right answer. You know, I didn't know it was a, come on. Then she goes, well, which one of these shirts do you think will look best on my bedroom floor? I'm like, why are you making your messy house my problem, lady? I was like, you can throw it on the floor, you can throw it in the fucking trash for all I care. Just give me $20. And I did not realize what this lady had said to me until like an hour and a half later when I was back at my hotel all by myself. I was like, what? I do it outside so I don't offend the front row, you know what I mean? I don't want to be ejaculating all over the front row at my shows. Well, maybe I should, I don't know. Anyway, I'm telling my friend this, I'm telling John this, my homie, my road dog. He's trying to give me dating advice, and he's like, what did you say to get your last girlfriend? I was like, I offered her $20 to mow my lawn. That's a callback, get it? Because we're on the date. All right, fuck y'all. Y'all are too busy laughing at the fact that I ever get my dick sucked. I'm gonna do one more for you guys. I'm gonna get out. I'm having a fun time with you guys. I'm gonna tell you, I mentioned drugs. I was excited for the therapist to give me drugs. She did not give me drugs. I used to do drugs. I love drugs. Who doesn't love drugs? If you don't love drugs, you probably haven't tried them. That's the reality of it. If you're like, drugs suck, then you haven't tried good drugs. Good for you. That's not the point. I always get into the weeds at the beginning of the show. That's not the point. This is how I stopped smoking weed. This is the last time I ever bought a bag of weed. It's a cautionary tale, maybe. You know, I don't know. You guys might learn something. Take something away from old Patrick's show. I love you, by the way. I just want to say I love you. I'll marry you. I'll fight you for her, sir. I want to take her to every show I do for the rest of my life. She's the best. You are the best, man. I went over to a buddy of mine's house to buy a bag of weed, and I get there, and he's like cleaning a hot tub in his backyard. I'm like, what's up, dude? He's like, check it out, bro. I bought this hot tub today from a guy on Craigslist. I was like, gross. You know what I mean? I was like, why don't you just buy a used bathtub next time? He's like, bro, you want to get in? I'm like, no, I don't want to get into your fucking gross hot tub, dude. He didn't even have any chlorine. He just had some Dawn dish soap and a garden hose. He's like, all right, bro. Well, check it out. I got some ecstasy, too. You want to take some ecstasy? I was like, yes, I do want to take some ecstasy. I'm a degenerate. Yes, I do. He has good ecstasy. All right, don't judge me, y'all. Really good ecstasy. So him and I take some ecstasy, and we're chilling out, and we're super high. And let me tell you something. That hot tub, it had jets. You know what I mean? It had a whole massage function. It was a fucking amazing hot tub. All right, I don't know if I told you, it's the best hot tub I ever saw at that point. So of course we climbed in the hot tub. We're chilling in the hot tub like a couple of gentlemen on some good drugs, as you do. It is also a small hot tub. And our feet kept bumping into each other. And I'd be like, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, excuse me. And I try to scoot away, but there's nowhere to go. It's so small. And then on the other side, oh, I'm sorry, excuse me, I'm sorry. Scoot back to this side. I'm very polite when I'm on drugs, it turns out. Every time our feet touch, he would go, it's cool, bro, no homo. Oh, it's cool, dog, no homo. Cool, bro, no homo. And he said this like 1,000 fucking times or something. And I'm high as fuck, and it's in my head, and I'm like, I'm like, you keep saying that. It's pretty gay, though. It's pretty gay. It's definitely the gayest shit I've ever done. And that's okay, you know. That's all right. That's fine. I don't know if this story has a point. If it did, I would say happiness is about recognizing the situation you're in and leaning in. You know? Also, the drug ecstasy makes you kind of gay. Makes you a little bit gay. All right, makes you a little. Hey, that's a good time for some people. You know, don't judge me. Don't get mad at me. It's not my recipe. Okay, it's not my formula. I didn't make the shit up. Let me put it like this for y'all. Let me put it. Okay, if you smoke weed, you're gonna get paranoid. If you drink alcohol, you're gonna get rowdy. Take some ecstasy, you're gonna get a hand job from your best friend in a hot tub. It's a good time. It's good stuff. In high school, they would be like, don't smoke weed, it's a gateway drug. And I'd be like, my ass, weed is a gateway drug. Turns out it's a gateway to my ass. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.